This is the XRP 1 month overview reading for November 2022. It's currently October 16, 2022, 7:36 p.m. Eastern Time. So the overall theme and behavior for XRP looks like out of the October decline, which continues a little bit into November, it looks like there's a notable move higher from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range. We're talking about on the scale of at least a 1 month chart. It's crossed with quite a few fast, sudden moves to the upside. Oh, thank you. And then there's behavior around the high. There's probably like a holding pattern. There's a notable move higher to reach that month's high, and it offers an opportunity in the midst of that rally to position oneself for another downturn. Behavior around the low. We have we have volatility around the low, increasing with volatility as we leave the low. We have an important low. Let's see, there's important troughs or lows here. Let's see, on the 5th, around the 9th, around the 11th, around the end of the day of the 15th. There's a significant drop somewhere around the 21st, or there's a price level that offers a good place where that will drop through it, giving us a good opportunity, like a short opportunity if we're able to short XRP. I'm not really sure, but there's an important low there on the 21st as well, and then another significant one on the 26th, 27th, and one on the 29th. As far as important crests or peaks or highs, we've got a crest on the 4th, crest on the 6th, 7th, a crest on the there's a lot of volatility on the 9th, so crest on the 9th as well, or a peak on the 9th, crest on the 11th, possibly on the 14th, most likely on the 14th actually. A prominent crest on the 17th. And then as far as the fast sudden moves to the upside, it looks like we have them. There's one on the 13th, the 15th, the 26th, and the 30th, roughly. And then those strong moves from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range out of a decline. That takes place. There's three places actually where I see that. There's on the 13th. And then also on the 27th and the 30th, it looks like there's really a significant move to the upside. There's a prominent reversal stand out on a 1 month chart, out of a low, and there's a lot of price movement to reach the low and then out of the low, and it looks like we move all the way from the bottom of a range to the top of a range, especially there on the 26th, 27th. Likely again there on the 29th to the 30th. But the places where we most likely have a high, guys, most likely have a high around the 12th, maybe a little before the 12th, and most likely around the 7th. Those are the most likely places to see like a month's high. Most likely places to see a month's low, the 9th, the 15th, the 21st, and the 26th, 27th, and 29th. As far as overall behavior, guys, let's get into the day. So we have a notable move to the upside around the 1st that pushes the upper end of a range higher. It also offers an opportunity on the 1st to swing trade opportunity in the midst of a decline that stands out on a 1-day chart. There's an opportunity to open up a long position, and then on the 2nd we have successfully turned resistance on a 1 month chart into new support. On the 3rd, an irrational move higher, reaching for distant resistance, and it looks like there's that crest on the 4th. A lot of price movement there, either to or from the crest midday on the 4th. There's quite a bit of volatility and a sharp dip within a period of volatility there on the 4th. Swing trade opportunity on the 3rd in the midst of that move higher. Two swing trade opportunities on the 4th. One will involve a move higher that will stand out on a 1-day chart, and another one involves a decline on a 1-day chart that offers an opportunity to position oneself for a move higher. On the 5th, we meet a resistance level on a 1 month chart and then decline from there with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. Possibly have an important trough there on the 5th as well. On the 6th, we have a notable move higher, even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds. We move higher, and then there's like a high at the end of the day on the 6th or early on the 7th. I'm advised to open up some protection there if possible. And then there's a decline that commences from that high, which is likely a month's high, either that or a prominent high. And we decline with like a decline, incline, decline on the way down on the 7th. And then on the 8th, we do some sideways rotation along a key support level on a 1-month chart, and that becomes some volatility on the 9th, a critical price level. It offers volatility around it. That offers position oneself for both the upside and the downside. So like if you can short XRP, you'd have an opportunity to short and to buy a long position on the 9th in the midst of volatility. So you could play both directions. There's 2 swing trade opportunities there, one involving a sharp drop on a 1-day chart, the other one involving a notable move higher on a 1-day chart. On the 10th, we have a swing trade opportunity in the midst of a decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the end of the day. There is a notable opportunity, swing trade opportunity, to open up a long position. It's interesting because there's a crest somewhere there around like the 10th to the 12th as well. But there's a prominent trough there, I think, on the 11th. And another swing trade opportunity to open up a long position in the midst of a decline on a 1-day chart there on the 11th. On the 12th, there's a rally that offers opportunity to position oneself for a downturn if possible. There's 2 swing trade opportunities. One is a rally higher standing out on a 1-day chart, and the other one is a decline offering an opportunity to open up a long position. It's a decline that stands out on a 1-day chart. All right, on the 13th. On the 13th, we have a prominent move higher. It'll stand out on a 1-month chart, and it's matched by a full retracement back down. There's a sudden move higher, a fastened move higher on a 1-month chart standing out here on the 13th. And there's also out of a decline, there's a move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. Both of those correlate to the 13th, so probably quite a lot of price movement there. And then on the 14th, it's likely we have a high here. Could be a month's high here on the 14th because we have the abundance card, which often indicates like a new high, at least a local one. We move higher through resistance, and then we stay above it briefly before breaking back down through the same price level. On the 15th, there's a rally that there's a fast, sudden move higher on a 1-month chart. And on a 1-day chart, there's a rally along a diagonal trend line that breaks down with a fast, sudden move higher, and then a breakdown through the diagonal trend line with increasing volatility on the way down. Days low and a prominent trough for the month towards the end of the day on the 15th. On the 16th, we have a rally on a 1-day chart that will stand out, and it completes on the 16th. And a significant fake out or shakeout of some kind on the 17th, possibly like the triggering of an indicator to falsely like indicate like a direction, and it's intentional to create misdirection. That'll take place on the 17th in the midst of what may be a breakout to a high or a crest there at the end of the day on the 17th. On the 18th, a failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support, and we're talking about on the scale of a 1-month chart. And then there's a decline on a 1-day chart offering an opportunity to open up a long position. On the 19th, swing trade opportunity on a 1-day chart to open up a long position in the midst of a decline, but the overall behavior on the 19th is going to be a significant move higher. On a 1-month chart, it would stand out. So the decline from the 18th probably continues into the 19th, and then we have a big move higher. On the 20th, or around the 20th, we have profit taking and selling from overbought crest or peak, and it looks like a sharp decline that'll really stand out on a 1-month chart at least. Takes place here on the 21st, and leads to a month's low or prominent trough for the month. And out of that trough, there is a rally that commences moving into a crest on the 22nd. We sell from a crest down to and through a support level on the 22nd, and then do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as support. Excuse me. On the 23rd, we have a decline from a crest or peak. There's a notable decline standing out on a 1-day chart. There's a swing trade opportunity in the midst of that decline to open up a long position. And then on the 24th, we have a notable rally increasing with momentum moving forward into the day. There's an opportunity, a swing trade opportunity there involved in the move higher, a rally that'll stand out on a one-day chart. And then on the 25th, we have a leader that's not so commonly in the news that's highlighted here, either that or Congress, and there's usually a holding pattern. Looks like a critical price level highlighted there. On the 26th, there is notable decline. There's a lot of price movement here between the 26th and 27th, so a lot of price cover and ground is covered. On the 26th, there is a decline to a prominent low or a month's low or a prominent trough there towards the end of the day. And there's a notable reversal as well that will stand out around that low. Notable reversal there, standing out on a 1 month chart at least. We have a fast sudden move from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range there, on the 26th as well. We may have another a move down, big move down first, and then a big move up. But towards the 26th or 27th, there's a big move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range out of that decline. And then on the 27th, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level, confirming a bullish trend. Thank you, Hermes. Whoa, okay, there's a really big drop there. Somewhere between the 26th and the 27th, there's a really big drop. We have actually maybe it's the 28th there. We have a brief high that's easily missed and then a sharp decline through multiple support levels on the 28th, leading into a bigger decline on the 29th that brings us to a month's low or prominent trough. And then out of that decline on the 30th, we're range bound, and out of that on the 30th and out of that decline, from the bottom of a range to the top of a range is a fast sudden move higher standing out on a 1 month chart, and a crest or prominent crest for the month or peak there on the 30th as well. Sneak preview for the following month, guys. We have a move higher through a critical resistance level on a 1 month chart, followed by a decline back down through that same price level shortly thereafter. And that's the XRP November predictions for 2022. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, let me know what you think by follow that rule of karma, guys. If you don't know what that rule of karma is, make sure you check out that video explaining the rule of karma. It's super important if you plan to profit from this information. You can support the channel through any of the links below. Much appreciated, guys. We do need your support. And then real quick, let's check out what September was looking like. I don't know if it was my best one. Let's look. We have, out of an important low for the month, there's a significant move to the upside from oversold territory. And you can see we have September starting here, right? There's a notable low, and then boom, we have like this big move higher. I think I'm off by a couple days as far as the actual high for the month. The high for the month is on the 23rd, and I believe I have the high for the month on the 27th, so like 3 trading days off. However, I am advised to open up protection on the 23rd, so I probably wouldn't have been too upset for missing that high, because I would have opened up some protection. On the 12th, there was also a peak. Looks like where do we see the 12th? There's a peak on the 12th. A peak around the 18th, 19th. Boom, 18th. A trough there around the 20th, maybe off by a day. It looks like we're off by a day. And then we have another crest or rally there there's the 23rd to that, the big rally on the 23rd to reach that high. And then on the 27th, I'm probably off there. It looks like the 27th was a peak, but we should have caught this low. Oh, well, actually, I gotta say, the low at the end of the month, we have 2 sharp declines, and then it looks like a lower low, or a significant low right there towards the end, which sometimes happens with the sequence of events. All in all, I'd probably say this is roughly like an 80-something% accurate reading. It's not the best. I like to get it to the day. Doesn't always happen. But the sequence of events is always going to be accurate. And the overall trend and theme, guys, we had a big move higher out of oversold territory. And it was crossed with a breakout. And boom, we had that. I'll see you guys on the next one.